what's happening? What is up, Debs? It is your boy D. Welcome back to their channel. And this is a video I did not want to do. Like, I was not planning on doing this, but you know what? I feel as though I need to speak my piece. So let's dive right into it. As you see the title of the video, we're talking about the brown dust drama that's going on and the response. So this video might be a little long, so I do apologize in advance and all that stuff. But I love you guys. Thank you for joining me. And be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, because it also helps out the channel to grow. And we'll get this video out to more people and all that stuff. Let them know what's going on. With that, let's go ahead and dive right in. So as I said, I really wasn't going to do this video. I didn't want to do this at all, but I feel as though I need to speak my piece because I genuinely love brown dust too. And after what happened recently, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't concerned. Brown Dust 2 has bent the knee to censorship, and or at least they're calling it a redesign. No, it's fucking censorship. You're censoring the game. Let's just be real here, bro. You're censoring the game, and that's all there's to it. And they're doing it in a very significant and very possibly destructive way. And what makes this hit harder is I literally just praised them literally probably about 4 weeks ago with that Steam situation that was going on. And for those who don't know about the Steam situation, I'm going to go ahead and break it down. So if you don't know what happened, basically Brown Dust 2 was originally going to be releasing on Steam, and yeah, Steam looked at the game, and basically said that they wanted to do restrictions, a lot of changes to the game's adjustments, and that didn't line up with the game's vision. And Brown Dust said, no. They basically gave Steam the biggest middle finger of all time, and basically said they got their own. We have our own client, and all that shit, but they did, and we're not going to another platform and destroy our creative vision. So basically, I loved it, bro. I was clapping. I was hyped. Like, I was so in there, like, let's go. That's what I like to hear. Basically telling them, fuck y'all, we're not going to change our vision. You want to have a lot of skin shown in your game? Cool. If you want to have a bunch of TNA shown in your game? Cool. That's what I like to hear. Don't let Steam, the UK, and the EU, and all the other restrictions divide you on what you want to do. Don't let anyone else, like, destroy your creative vision, is what I'm saying. That's what makes your game unique in this case. And I was so proud of them. But then, yesterday happened. January the 9th, 2026. It all changed, bro. Everything went downhill, bro. I'm telling you, it went down fast. Like, so goddamn fast. I don't even know how to actually explain it. But I know I'm about to explain what the fuck you two up if you don't chill. I'm sorry. Those two back there wrestling behind the green screen, and I ain't playing no games with their little punk asses right now. Did knock it over? Yeah. Alright, I had to step away there for one moment. I am sorry. I had to deal with a little turd burglar who just ran into my bed like the third freaking time after I told him stop. But yeah, as I was saying, on January the 9th, 2026, which was yesterday, is now the 10th. Like I said, everything completely changed. And yeah, let's just say it like it is. During this live stream on the 9th, the messaging had completely shifted, Dibs. What they were saying, at least in my own opinion, heavily implied that there was someone behind the scenes pushing this game in a completely different freaking direction. The tone itself was not, we're protecting players. It was completely in a whole nother direction. Basically saying, we're going mainstream, we're more popular now, and we have to we need to redesign certain things. And they were very careful with their language. They didn't use the word, say, censorship. They called it a redesign. Creative changes, making the game more comfortable for gamers. Bruh, fuck that shit. You're censoring the goddamn game. That's all it's to it. Just tell it like it is. You're censoring the game. You're going mainstream with it. Yeah, you don't try to baby us. We know what the hell you're doing here, okay? You're censoring the game. You're censoring because you want to go mainstream, and you're trying to make it more comfortable for the other countries and stuff that aren't comfortable with TNA. You know, having ass and titties in the game, bro. Like, no, you don't want the chutzpah there. So that's cool. We understand that, but there's other ways you can go into that. But I will explain that with you further into this video. But let me be blunt here. I want to be really blunt here. If you're not comfortable playing this game, I mean it. I mean it. I'm going to be blunt. if you're not comfortable playing a game, if you're not comfortable playing this game, don't play it. If it makes you uncomfortable, this game is not for you. That's 100%. It's not for you. If freaking bro, if TNA makes you uncomfortable, because they even stated that they're not going to be going all on taking all the sexiness out. If TNA makes you uncomfortable, Brown Dust, Nikkei, games like that are not for you because it's just going to fucking make you uncomfortable. Let's continue on. But let's be real here. That might sound crude. I'm sorry. It really does sound crude, but that is the reality of the situation. Because when you start changing a game bro, when you start changing the game to cater to people who don't even play it, that's how you kill a game, especially a gacha game, because you're pissing off your main fans and they're going to quit. They're not going to play no more. Bada bing, bada boom. It's all freaking over. So, hey, I don't know. But, man, bro, it's crazy, man. Now, I want to talk about this part. How this personally affects me, y'all, how I really feel. Like, I started playing this game back when the Simran Kyra collab, which was probably about a little over 2 years ago. Before that, I did play the first Brown Dust, which they renamed the Brave 9. Completed the whole game, completed all the collabs in it. I originally was going to start Brown Dust 2 with my boy Tyree. Because we jumped into Brown Dust 1 together, or Brave 9, whatever you want to call it, together, and we wanted to do this one together, but we never had time to do it, so we never got around to it. So, bada bing, bada boom. So, for real, at this point, I decided that, hey, playing Brown Dust 2 for over 2 years. Listen, I've been playing Brown Dust 2 for over 2 years now. So, man, I've dedicated my time, I dedicated my money, my attention, and my generous support to this goddamn game. So that's why I feel so passionate about, why I feel like I need to make this video for y'all. So, when I'm here, what I was saying during this live stream, when I hear, like, I'm irritated. Like, for real, when I hear what they're saying on this live stream, it raises serious red flags for me, and especially what comes to the longevity of the game. Like, when it comes to longevity of the game, I really think that this might kill the freaking game. Like, it really could. This could really kill the game. Now, I want to talk about this right here. Now, I'm going to actually show y'all the characters they're talking about, but I want to talk about this too. This censorship. Even though they're only censoring like 5 characters right now, but the fact is, once you get started on that, then it's going to go on forever. Like, this, who asked for this? Like, nobody was complaining except for people that don't play. Now, I do want to talk about the minigame, which I'm going to go into the minigame as well. As a matter of fact, whilst I'm saying this, I'm going to actually open this up. Slap, slap, pop, for instance. Slap, slap, pop is a game, a minigame in Brown Dust 2, whereas though you actually are slapping the character's booty and all that stuff. So they actually did release an explanation and all that. Like, for real, truth be told, the fans did not ask for this to be changed. They didn't ask for this to be changed. There wasn't massive outrage. There wasn't no backlash. None of that shit. There wasn't. None of that happened. So my question is, why in the world are you changing it? It has to be someone on the outside line saying, oh, we don't like that, because you're smacking a butt. You're smacking a butt. This game is for grown ass people. So again, if you don't want to play it, don't play it. So again, who asked for this, and why are you listening to them instead of your fan base? When you start changing things nobody complained about, that tells players their voice does not matter. Like, that's really what's going on. It tells that their voice doesn't matter, and that is dangerous. Like, extremely dangerous. Like, it's hella dangerous. So now, I do want to talk about costume changes. Now, before I go into the costume change, actually, I do want to go ahead, open up Slap Slap Pop. I'm going to pull over to Brown Dust 2 real quick, and I will go back. Snow, I'm about to fuck you up if you don't stop. Yeah, I threw a goddamn can at him. Because his punk ass, he does this whenever I'm working in here. My bad. Y'all don't like that? Oh, goddamn well. It wasn't nothing in the can. It didn't hit his behind. It just landed next to him. But they start knocking over the green screen, all it's going to be a problem. Go ahead and get started. I'm going to click on this one. I'm going to click play, and I'm going to click on train. But so as you see a rump. Literally, you see them inside of a floaty in the water, and literally, as you can see, the whole point of the game, which I'm about to show y'all, is literally to smack the rump. That is literally the whole point, to smack the rump like this. I'm going to go ahead and show y'all right now. Boop, 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 boop. Sorry, I'm not that good at the game. But yeah, this basic thing, you're smacking the cheeks. You see, you hit the notes, and basically you're hitting the butt. So basically, this is something that's censoring as well. Obviously, there's an issue, and I did read through it personally. The explanation that they gave us today, which is the 10th, is some bullshit. It's some bullshit, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna feel the same goddamn way about it when y'all actually hear the shit yourself. Basically, there is some BS in my opinion, but I want to move on to talking about the actual costumes here, the costume changes that is about to come about. And I want to talk about Therese, because this is probably the biggest red flaggage. I actually have what it looks like, and I'll show you that in a minute, but I want to actually say this too first. The outfit they're changing is literally one that's been there for a good long time. The medical club costume, man. And like I said, this costume was already released. It was already like sold. People have brought it. People have maxed it out, leveled it up and all that stuff. They brought dupes and all that stuff for the character. We've already accepted that it existed. It's already been solidified in the character's lore and identity. So changing it now isn't design elevation. It's rewriting something that you already locked in. And once you start altering paid content, which I'm saying paid content because they're talking about skins, possibly prestige skins is going to get fucked with now. And they're talking about re-giving people back, not legit money. Yeah, refunds, but not legit money refunds. They're talking about tickets in game. And as I was saying, once they start doing this, you're actually breaking trust. You're literally breaking trust. And bro, yo, you're reluctantly breaking trust. Like you really are breaking the trust that you solidified with this game. But you know, I actually want to move on over to my browser real quick because I actually want to talk about this. I want to talk about the costume changes that's happening. So moving on over to the actual browser now, as you can see right here, it says upcoming reversions, 2 character skills, cutscenes, and all that stuff. Oh, that's another thing. They are getting rid of cutscenes too. They are getting rid of cutscenes. And what it says right here, we wish to provide more stable service across various countries and platforms, and we plan to renew certain costume, cutscenes, interactions, and mini games. And mini games to recreate an environment where Brown Dust 2 can remain beloved and sustainable. A sustainable game for a long time, bro. With the changes you're doing, that ain't gonna fucking happen. This bitch gonna die. With January 15th update, the appearance of the following costumes will be maintained, but skill cutscenes, fated guests, interactions, and mini games will be temporarily unavailable. They will be gradually updated later with improved appearances and animations that preserve each character's personality. So right up top here, as you can see, it is Therese. Literally, Medical Club Therese. They're going to be going pure right, blessing Lethithia, which, I mean, personally, I can understand that one, but Lethithia, those who don't know, she's well over 3,000 years old, so technically there's nothing wrong with that one, in my opinion, but at the same time, I understand because of how the character looks. So yeah, Nature Claw Rue, I damn sure don't know nothing's wrong with that one. I'm going to show you all this in a minute. White Cat Rue, New Air Seer, Demon's Daughter Seer in the Slap Slap Pop mini game. As you can see, for her, they are going to be skill cutscene, fated guest. Wow, fated guest, special scene interaction. All this is going to be taken away, and there's people who've already worked their ass off to get her special scene interactions. There's people that worked their ass off for that. So them changing this is going to piss a lot of people off right here. Rue's cutscene is going to be skills cutscene is going to be changed. So is Rafifia's. All theirs is going to be changed and all that stuff. And it says even after the appearance of the skill concept and performance will remain unchanged. So this is what they're saying. They're changing these up because of how they look. Her cutscene is going to get completely revised. And now I actually want to show you these. So this is what they're going to be doing to Therese. Basically, they're upgrading her from being a schoolgirl to a nurse. From a schoolgirl nurse to an actual teacher or nurse in this case. Which I do like the design, but no, fuck that, bruh. Like, fuck that. Screw that, bro. Like, there's many other ways you can go about without changing it. And the part I want to talk about when it came to Rastithia and them. So this is the problem that they're saying is the wrong with this. So right here with Rouge, she has underwear on. I don't see an issue right here because she's literally attacking. That's an attack position that she gets in her actual attack positioning in the game before she launches off. That's literally the same pose that she's in. This one right here, I damn sure don't see nothing wrong with it because literally she's just hanging from the ceiling by a rope by one leg trying to catch a mouse. And these things on her arm right here are literally intertwined in the story to keep her from scratching and attacking people due to her abilities. With her right here, I'm guessing they saying that is this right here. You can see a little underwear, but no, you can't. And this right here, she's literally just holding on to the umbrella gun and she fell over. She's clumsy. She's extremely clumsy. Now Rue, now Rafifia, I can understand it does look suggestive, but as I said, out of everybody here, Rafifia is actually grown. She's a fucking fairy queen. She's literally over 1,000. She's literally over 3,000 years old. So that's my point there with her. So talking about that part is insane. Like, that part really triggers me that they're actually going down this freaking rabbit hole right here, saying that, we are going to be censoring these outfits, but these have already been here. There's literally nothing wrong with them. Aside from this one, I don't see nothing really wrong. And honestly, I don't even see nothing wrong with this. It's just the fact that she's so goddamn short, but she's a fucking fairy. So, honestly, truth be told, I really can't. Here you go. For users negatively impacted or who wish to request a refund due to this cutscene in cutscene and interaction variation, you will be able to apply for a currency refund. If you request a refund, the corresponding costume will be reversed. Then the draw quest and the draw tickets used to be obtained, it will be returned to you. So as you can see, yeah, your costume will be retrieved and the draw tickets will be given to you instead of money. That is not right. Detailed announcements regarding the draw tickets refund will be provided separately once ready. We promise that the revision and certain animations will not diminish your affection for the characters or costumes, and will provide you with higher quality animations in the mini games. We will continue to do our best to ensure Brown Dust 2 remains loved many years to come. Yeah. Increases currency, and yeah, this right here, we're not even gonna worry about this part right here. That's something else right there. But now I want to go on to my next topic, which I want to talk about Leberta. So Leberta, the hedonist Leberta, a new costume is coming out. I'm gonna scroll on up to that real quick. Actually, no. I want to actually go to another window and pull that one up. I want to go over to here. We're going to talk about her in a minute, but we want to talk about this right here. Hedonistic Leberta. This costume right here, we was originally going to be getting this as a new costume for Leberta. We was getting an interaction. We was getting her in the Gloopy Diner as well. And it was supposed to be real kinky. Supposedly, from what I thought, it was supposed to be like some BDSM type shit, from what I'm hearing. And I'm like, bro, that's right up her alley, like 100%. Like, but they decided, nah. Now, this right here, I don't understand why. She is literally in doubt. We all know it. Before they took the ages of the game, literally, she was 21 years old. She is literally a freaking adult, bro. She's grown. She's literally an adult. And now they're saying it's too spicy, bruh. They saying her cutscene, her animation reaction is too spicy, and the faded guest is too spicy. So she will no longer be a faded guest. And this is another thing that's really, really pissing us off. They talking about now they're gonna give it to us for free, but that's not what the fuck we want. That's not what we wanted. But let's be real here. Let's be honest, Dibs. This deal, this deal is messed up. Players did not want her for free. We wanted the full freaking experience that she would have came with. That's what we wanted. That's what we wanted. So, I mean, at the end of the day, they decided, oh no, we're not going to do that. So now, I want to talk about the double standard in the goddamn room, though. Aside from Leberta, because there's some bullshit with Leberta, but I want to talk about the double standard. And with the double standard, we're going to go back up to what we was talking about before. So remember we was talking about they're censoring, they're censoring the characters that look kind of short. This is another character. She's actually the guardian of the forest right here. Another character is well over 3,000 years old. And when you scroll down, caked out like crazy, bro. Like, caked up like crazy, bro. She caked up. Both birth scenes, she caked up, bro. Like, everybody is talking about it. She caked out. 100% she is. And it's the truth. She's caked out. And it's a double standard. Because as you can see, they're censoring the mode on here. They're literally putting it over top of the thigh. Right there. So, obviously, there's something there. So, that's another thing I'm saying is a double standard. Because, really, when you talk about this being a problem, this being a problem, this being a problem, and this being a problem, why isn't this a problem right here? This screenshot I did take from another YouTuber. Sorry, I wanted to make sure I got his name probably. It's my boy Pro Darkness 4. So yeah, so that's the way the double standard comes in my opinion. You talk about that type of stuff, and yeah, now we are going down that rabbit hole because her burst animation on the stream, I ain't gonna show it, but bruh, I mean, you see her bouncing. She's bouncing on a gloopy right now. She's bouncing on a big ass version of one of these things right here. But yeah, it's funny as hell. I mean, it's cool that Blade's coming, but with all the censorship, bruh, they probably gonna censor her ass eventually as well. Man, it really is crazy, like how much shit they're going through just to fuck themselves up. I do want to continue on and talk about a few more things here. Let's talk about the situation with what's happening with the censorship. So personally, let's not dance around this. This feels like it is pressure from Steam. It is. It really does feel like it's Steam, the UK, the EU, and regulations. We already know because we're talking about age restriction, which we're actually going to go into that as well with the age restriction and pushing towards mainstream appeal. We know that as well. They're also going to be going towards trying to get to a broader audience, which is cool. I want them to get to a bigger audience, but there's other ways you can go about that, which I'll talk about that as well. Talking about the broader audience and getting out there. And also, there's other ways they can do it, in my opinion, which other games have done. This is what I'm going to talk about. So yeah, we all want that. We do. We all want it to get to games to succeed. So there's other ways of doing it. Let's be real here. But that's not going to be the right way. You're going to destroy your fan base. For people that don't play, don't spend, and at the same time don't care about the game. That's real here when it comes to those. And guess what? Meanwhile, long-time players are already saying they're done spending, they're done altogether with the game. So when it comes down to that, bro, it's a long, it could be very, very bad situation. So now I do want to talk about the situation with them actually talking about the safe age verification. So I'm going to switch on back over to my browser again, and we're going to talk about the safe age verification here. So when it comes to the safe age verification, Dibs, as you can see, self age verification feature addition, where we are introducing a self age verification to provide a safer service environment for all users. The newly introduced age verification process will operate by self entry, which does not collect personal information from the user or perform secondary verification through external accessories. This feature will be prompted upon logging in after the update and will reset every January 1st, requiring age verification once per year. Okay, wow. We ask for your understanding and cooperation to help maintain global service quality. We will do our best to provide more enjoyable and safe service. Yeah, that wraps up today's update. So that's the update, and they're talking about all this. So the safe age verification, I don't really see too much of a problem with that, because let's see, there are parents that don't watch their fucking kids, and kids get onto the game. That part I understand. I really do. That part is cool. I don't have a problem with the age verification part at all. That is okay in my opinion. So before I go into like things they can do other than these type of things that are going right now, I do want to talk about what these dudes said the problem was. So I'm going to jump over here to this update, and this is what they said right here. Hello, this is Jun Hee Lee, project director for Brown Dust 2. We have taken the concerns and the criticism you've shared after yesterday's broadcast very seriously. Our explanation was insufficient and our wording was inappropriate. We sincerely apologize for the confusion and loss of trust this has caused. The trust this caused. Okay. In the developer notes, we will focus on what happened, how we made our decision, why that decision was wrong, and what we will do going forward. Okay, our decision regarding the character designs and cutscene adjustments. It is true that we reviewed external warnings, request changes, and certain in-game content. However, how we responded was ultimately our decision, and we take full responsibility for the outcome. We choose to comply because we were concerned that the service shutdown in one region could spread to another region or platform. The biggest issue, however, oh my god, they're lying. They're talking out their ass. It's some bullshit. The biggest concern, however, was that we made this decision without providing sufficient explanation or showing enough empathy. Content revision. So this is what's going on. So for Therese, Medical Club Therese, implications of being underage due to the schoolgirl uniform concept, touch interaction, and cutscene that could be interpreted as abuse. Really, bruh? With the shit that's in this story mode for this fucking game, that's what you're talking about? Okay, cool. Alright. Pure White Blessing Raphithia. Criticism. that the bridal concept could imply child marriage, suggestive posing. Rafifia is over 1,000 years old. This is what I meant. People don't play the fucking game. They just assume shit. They don't know. But understandably, because of the way she looks. That's why I said that one's understandable. But just putting out there, she's over 1,000. Over 3,000. Nature's Claw Rafifia. White Claw Rafifia. Nature's Claw Rue. White Cat Rue. Red Riding Hood Rue. Age. Alexa, shut the hell up. Excuse me, Deb. Sorry. As I was saying, age interpreted, styling, EGA, stockings. What? Amount to appearance emphasis on wow, specific body parts. Wow, really? Emphasis on specific body parts. So the stockings being ripped. So it seems like they're saying the stockings, the amount of emphasis, exposure, emphasis on the stocking in the this. She's hanging from the freaking ceiling, bruh. That's it. She's hanging from the damn ceiling. Wow, really, BD2? What the hell? Really, BD2? And now for this one right here. New Air Seer, Demon Daughter Seer, and B Rank Idol Seer. We already showed you Step Pop. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead, jump over to the game, and I'm going to actually show off these burst animations in game right quick, because obviously they're going to be gone, so I might as well show them off, and then later on I'm going to go ahead and deal with getting the faded thingy for Therese, because obviously they're taking it the fuck out. So I don't fucking know. I might as well get my goddamn clip of it, because it's going to be gone. All right, I'm gonna hop on over to the game so I can actually show these burst animations. I'm gonna get them all in there, and we're gonna show that off, and we're gonna see what they're talking about. Because suppose they're talking about, this one says abuse and sufficient farming, farful. Fictional expression and revealing pose outfit. Oh, okay, so yeah, it is about this, and I guess right here she's fearful and scared, and then with the other one, I'm thinking it's because of the ball and chain and all that stuff that's around the big ass ball and chain she throws and all that shit. But all right, as I said, I'm gonna hop on over to the game right quick. All right, I'm over on the game, and we're actually gonna go ahead and we're going to be fighting some enemies here. So first things first, I want to pick on one of you. So boom, 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 and boom. That's how we're going to do this. So bam, we're going to go ahead and let it run out. We're going to let it run. Oh, wait. We didn't actually turn it on. So I'm actually going to retry that real quick. I'm going to restart it. I already turned it on. As you can see, that's where Fifi is right there. I mean, that's Rue's right there. So Rue goes first. She automatically does it. Bam, when she comes in. That's hers. Like I said, kind of suggestive, understandable, but in the day, like I said, she's over 3,000, but I understand because of how it looks. Again, there's Ruse again. They're just popping it one more time randomly. Now we're going to go into her. Boom, boom, boom. She falls the hell over. Her stockings rip. She's shooting the gun. She cries. Next up, we're going to go into Therese right here. She falls over, underwear shows, and she pulls it back down. She whines, basically. That's what happens with hers. Sorry, I accidentally closed the game out by mistake. I'm going to go ahead and restart this one more time. We're actually going to go ahead and switch the outfits now. We're going to switch to the Little Red Riding Hood one for her. We're going to switch over to the next one for her, which is this one, and then we'll do the idol one. Therese, we don't got to change hers. It's really just them again. So we're going to go ahead and we're not going to show Ruse again. We're going to turn it off, and we're literally just going to stick to these two now. So we're going to go ahead, do these two bursts real quick. Boom, bam. There's hers. She falls over. Boom. That's it. She just falls. That's hers. Scared. Don't even see nothing there. Bam. Another thing that I think was really stupid. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to restart the battle once again. Now we're going to switch them up one more time. We're going to go to this one, White Claw Rue. As you can see, she's in that same position like she's about to attack. Then we're going to go to the idle version of her, and we're just going to go ahead and start that up. There we go. So, boom, she's going to attack that. As you can see, bam, you really don't see much. You just see the underwear of her tail. She's a cat. Bam. Then you see the idol. She's crying. She's sad. She falls. She does that. So I don't understand what the hell is wrong with that one. I don't understand what in the hell is wrong with those right there. I don't get it, even in the slightest. I don't understand those. I really don't understand what is wrong with them right there. With the especially with Seer. I don't understand what's wrong with the ones with Seer. It doesn't make no goddamn sense. Even if we back out, we run away, we go over to the actual characters and stuff over here. We go over here and we click on the interaction. So go here, click on the interaction. She's just laughing. She gives you a hug. We go over to this one with Rue. She's just sitting there, honestly. Same thing with this version of Rue. She's literally just sitting there. That's it. And then we go to this version of Rue. She's literally just sitting there, bruh. Like, literally, there ain't nothing there. So, I don't understand that. We go to Seer, which we're going to do that next. We click on Seer. You see, she's just sitting there. She is crying because she's shy. She's scared. She gets scared easily. We go to this one. Same thing. She's shy. She gets scared easily. An issue there. And then, same thing here with this one. She's shy. She gets scared easily. I don't get it. I don't get it. That's the point of the character. She's always been like that, even in the story mode. So, bam. And if we go to Therese, same thing. Literally, her, there's nothing. Literally nothing. She wipes a tear because she's shy. Her dress blew a little bit, but nothing changed about it. So I really don't get that. 100% is confusing. Honestly, I just realized I could have just clicked right here to see the burst animations and all that stuff as well, but I didn't, and that would have been made it a lot simpler if I did it that way. But yeah, those are the issues that they're saying is wrong with these costumes. I already showed you Step Pop, which is really stupid. So now I actually want to go into like another thing that I really want to talk about here. Why though? Like you say this is like you said this is like like, bro, like I really don't get it, man. They're basically saying edit. They're adding right here. As you said, they said right here, edit Red Riding Hood Rue and B rank Idol Seer, which were unintentionally augmented from the previous developer notes. So I'm guessing they're saying that these right here, which were unintentionally omitted from the previous developer notes among the content revision. Although we were other reverse internal options and concerns revised regardless of the presser full responsibility for the final. Wow. So I mean, at least they're taking full responsibility. I mean, they're apologizing and all that stuff, man. But I mean, at the end of the day, man, like, goddamn. Apologies for the commentary. They're going to be sending us a bunch of shit, basically. It's already in our mailbox. That's what they're talking about. During the broadcast, we provide a general refund, yada, yada, do scoop, yada, yada. All this is just based on about the shit that they're sorry and all that stuff. And ownership based on apology, compensation. These are all the things they're giving us. Diamonds, gems. They're in your mail in the box already. I haven't even collected mine. Apology for the mainstream remark and our service direction, yada yada. So basically, they're apologizing. They gave us stuff in there. Here we go. Direction regarding Leberta's prestige skin. Leberta's prestige skin was originally planned around the keyword Sonian, the Sonian deprivation. The concept is involved in interaction with the pink tentacles inside of her jar. However, the final in-game precision felt far more realistic in instance the game original concept art. Internally, some concerns were raised that the tentacle element and keyword that could be interpreted as an extreme fetish. Bro, half most of the shit in the game is like that. What? Went beyond the fetish went beyond simple question and how explicit it is. After seeing the animated version, thus concerns became even stronger. We also recognize that we did not explain this clearly during the broadcast because the concept itself was very niche and heavy. We avoided stating it directly, but comments like it was too intense or will show it later were not appropriate. We apologize. We wanted to preserve Leberta's overall design and cutscene, which is why we decided to provide skin without interaction. However, we understand that this is difficult to accept for those who were looking forward to the interacting with Leberta. Therefore, we have decided to withdraw the special skin plan for Leberta and recreate it as a prestige skin with interactions, scheduled to reproduce it with the first half of the year. Wow. Wow, you are really fucking up, bro. What? You're going to make it a prestige skin now. What? Time out for a minute there. This is Future Dib here. You know, the king of dyslexia that was just stuttering and reading all slow right there. You know, it's your boy in the future. But I wanted to say something about what Past Dib just said. This is actually a good thing. I misunderstood the information I was giving because I actually did not see the whole live stream. I actually read through everything after I heard about the drama that was going on. So I was actually under the impression when I initially read it that this was going to be a special costume that was coming out. But now seeing that it actually was originally supposed to be prestige skin in general that's being recreated as a prestige skin instead of a special skin that is going to be released as a free costume. They're actually giving it to us as the prestige skin itself with the animations and interactions instead of giving it to us as the free costume. So this is actually a good thing. But let's see if they're going to change anything else here. I kind of highly doubt it because they've been giving us a bunch of malarkey and bullshit with these apologies that they're giving us right now. And that is actually very stifling and frustrating right there. It's alienating as shit. But I want to hand you back over to Past Dib so y'all can finish hearing him rant about all this crazy shit they spotting right now. We sincerely apologize for the confusion about the number of pickup costumes in January. This winter we prepared 3 pickup costumes in December and 3 in January. Bro, I'm so upset. Until now, pickup have typically run one at a time, 2-week cycle. And so after 2.5 anniversary update ended December, many of you resoundingly expected January to feature 2 pickups. However, because two buffer type costumes were featured as a pickup, the same time players ended up needing more pulls than usual, yet we did not provide sufficient notice in advance. Oh my god. Accordingly, we will extend both Grenadiers pickup by 2 additional weeks for the total duration of 4 weeks. If a similar situation occurs in the future, we will provide clear advice, notice, and adjustments, a schedule as needed to ensure a more reasonable and understandable service experience. Regarding the first-person master position, First, we sincerely apologize for the for the discomfort many of you felt about introducing the first person master positive, and we failing to communicate clearly enough, resulting in a loss of trust and story direction. We would like to provide additional context on this change. The direction introduce the master perspective was not made in response to the public opinion or survey. In result, in it was an independent judgment. It was an independent judgment made by the development team after long, careful consideration how Brown Dust 2 narrative should expand and where it should go. Next, that said, is entirely our fault that we did not explain that process and intend properly. We have seen many comments such as the master doesn't feel like a player and I don't want the master. We believe this discomfort largely comes from the fact that the master the master certainly feels like a separate third character rather than the player. I don't think that's what the fuck it is, but whatever you say. All right. As mentioned during yesterday's broadcast, we are reviewing ways to help players feel more directly involved. As such, reflecting your name in how the master is addressed and ensuring the master's role is integrated more naturally into the narrative. We will also refine the overall writing and percentage so that you can feel a stronger sense of presence and importance within the world. At the same time, it is true that due to the structure and production schedule, the main story we cannot fully revise direction and apply major changes immediately all at once. For that reason, Story Pack 21 will continue with the master's perspective as originally planned while we conduct additional surveys and gather feedback more clearly, understand the additional immersion levels and discomfort. We will ensure the feedback collected as a key reference when reviewing and adjusting the direction and main story moving forward. For the reasons of 20 story pit. Oh, no. We understand that your song, this is a strong the strong criticism comes from a deep care for the game. Once again, we apologize for not communicating more transparently with players who have been invested exchanging the story. We will review every piece of the feedback carefully and return with a story that feels more natural and emotional resonant. We will rebuild your trust. Oh God, more. Any difficulties within the development team, our internal circumstances are not something our players should have to bear. As developers, we should be judged by our results, and we fully accept the responsibility. Once again, we sincerely apologize. We understand that rebuilding trust will take time, especially given the concerns around costumes and cutscene adjustment. The removal of the minigame anxiety over the story changes and ongoing optimization issues. Even so, we will take our responsibility, follow through on each of the actions we have outlined one by one. As a sincere apology, we are prepared the following compensation. We ask for your patience and continued support as we work better. And as you can see, they also giving us 100 draw tickets. So, bruh, if they keep doing shit like this, they are cooked, bruh. Like 100%, they are fucking cooked. Like, I know this was long, and I apologize, man. God damn, bro. Dudes, there'll be timestamps down there and all that stuff. Like, I'm sorry. I really wish that this wasn't happening, but there you have it. They're still going through with things. They said they're revising the Leberta thing to a goddamn prestige skin. We wanted it to be a character, but we gotta wait now to get it later on in the first half of the year. It's gonna be a prestige skin. They talking about giving us all this shit in the goddamn inbox and all that stuff. This is some BS, man. Like, it really is. Honestly, truth be told, I'm hoping the game don't EOS, but the way that they're going with this, the game could possibly get EOS because people are still pissed off. Even over in the Discord server, if I was to go over to Discord right now, which I'm gonna make sure there's nothing lewd on screen, we'll go ahead over to Discord and I'll show you what people are saying in the Discord server before I end this off, because I am literally about to go ahead and end this. So we're going to talk about this over on the Discord server. We're going to close this out. We're going to go with Discord real quick, and we'll be ending this off in one moment. I just want to go ahead and open this up in the browser. I'm going to scroll on down to the brown dust 2 area. I just want to make sure this is not open. Nothing lewd is on screen. I just want to be careful because I am in some questionable servers as well. I'm in a lot of adult themed servers when it comes down to games, and it does show some explicit stuff, so I don't want to get myself in trouble. So we're gonna go down to the game discussion area right here, game suggestions. So we're back over in the browser, and as you can see, people are highly pissed off. So this is what people are asking for. I'll give you the best way to avoid censorship while still obtaining them technically. There, yes, perfect. Nikkei does this, and Snowbreak does this. Both of them do this. You go into this file, you change it from 0 to a 1. Done. Localize. You can do that. You can actually do that. This actually makes sense. But it says right here, sorry, but given to the severity of censorship, and that is one unnamed region can ruin the game. These non-censory objectives that effectively over appears abuse is not valid reason. It could be applied to more characters animation. You need to either make a separate server for that region or shut it down in that region and let it be on. Let's be honest, there are very few regions that the game devs are afraid to mention, China being the main one. So be honest about which one it is. Yes, be honest about which one it is. So before I go, I do want to talk about one thing, things that can be changed. This is one thing that really could work out here. And another thing is, truth be told, Dibs, other options, make a region specific one, as that dude just said. Literally, was one of the things I was going to speak on. Other things you could possibly do, for alternative costumes for those specific versions, give them the alternative costumes. Apply a stricter age gate in those certain countries for that said version of the game, and leave the global Korean and Japanese versions alone, because that's the ones you're fucking with right now. Censorship worldwide is not going to work. Let's not do that. Analyzing the core fan base, alienating the core fan base. Don't do that. And also changing changing the vision that made people fall in love with the game. Let's not do that, man. Let's not do that. Man, I'm gonna go ahead, but overall, Dibs, I'm not happy with this. I'm not. I didn't want to make this video, truth be told. I knew it was gonna be long. I knew it was gonna be drawn out, and I didn't want to because it was a lot I wanted to say, and I wanted to get it out. So I do apologize, but I made it because I care about the game. I love Brown Dust 2. I grew to love this game because, like, they didn't play it safe. They don't play it safe, man. It grew because it knew what it was. It knew what it was. And I'm saying what it was because now they're changing up a lot. They're changing up a lot. Let's be real. Leberta did not need to be a prestige skin. And if it keeps going down this road, I genuinely am worried about the future of the game. It like, for real. The year started off like crazy now. I'm genuinely worried about what this game looks like in a year from now. Like, I really am worried. I'm out, Dibs. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications on that good stuff as well. Make sure you follow me on my other social media. Check out my Facebook community page, my Discord, my Twitch, Twitter, Tumblr, Trovo, RG. Like I said, Discord. If you're interested in joining our guild over on Brown Dust, you know the routine. Hit up on Discord and all that stuff. Join the Brown Dust thing, and maybe throw some names in there for your boy for what you think we should name the role for getting into the guild over on Brown Dust 2. Be sure to follow our Brown Dust content down below to keep up with what's going on. Hopefully, I'm planning to change this up, Dibs, but it looks like they're going through with this bullshit, and it sucks. But with that being said, remember, fun is an infinite destination. May your hearts be your guiding key, and I'll see you dudes in the next video. I'm tired. Peace.